Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our amazing podcast, Wildlife. Today we have a special session. We have a program about the conservation of the environment. We have our special guests, Laura, Abigail, Esteban, and Antonio. Today we're going to talk about the environment and how to take care of it. Laura and Esteban are experts in this topic, so they are going to give us some important information. We have Abigail. She will interview our other guest, Antonio, asking some interesting questions about this extended topic. Stay here with us if you want to be informated about this important topic, how to take care of the environment and how to stop destroying our planet.
Hi everyone, and thanks so much for inviting me. Like Matthias said, I'm here to explain you the negative effects of the human causes in the environment. There's no question that human activities has negative environmental consequences. How we live our lives, the things we produce and consume, and how we move around affect Earth. I'm going to explain the principal problems that the humans are causing to the environment. Ozone depletion. Over the past few decades, the human's activity has caused a dramatic decrease in the size of the ozone layer. The production of chemicals and ions has been a major contributor of this problem. These chemicals are used in refrigeration, in air conditioning, spray cans, and various other products, and when they're released into the atmosphere, they break down the ozone molecules. Acid rain. Acid rain is almost commonly caused by the burning of fossil fuels such as coal and oil. When these materials are burned, they release sulfur dioxide and nitrogen oxides into the air. These gases rise up into the atmosphere and react with water vapor to form sulfuric and nitric acids. When the acids fall back to the earth in precipitation, they can wreak havoc on the environment. While there are a few natural causes of acid rain, such as wildfires, decaying vegetation, and other biological processes within the environment, most acid rain is caused by human pollution, particularly from power plants as they burn fuels to produce energy. Air pollution. That can be found in the air. These pollutions can come from a variety of sources, including cars, factories, power plants, and even outdoor fires. The most common types of air pollution is caused by burning fossil fuels, such as coal, oil, and natural gas. When burned, these materials release harmful chemicals into the air, including carbon dioxide, nitrogen oxides, and sulfur dioxide. Other air pollutions include lead, ground-level ozone, and particulate matter. These gases and pollutions can cause many health problems for the humans, from heart diseases to various respiratory issues, including asthma, emphysema, and chronic bronchitis. Looking at the negative environment impacts, birth defect, lower productive rates, and increase in disease in the animal kingdom have all been linked to the air pollution. The chemical in air pollution can also damage and kill crops, leading to food shortage. Similarly, air pollution can cause food scarcity for animals, as it damages the plant life and biodiversity they depend on for survival. Finally, like acid rain, it can also corrode buildings and other infrastructures by eating away at materials such as metal, sandstone, and limestone. Deforestation. Deforestation is the clear cutting of trees in an area where forests once thrived. It's driven primarily by logging, agriculture, and urban development, and the effects on the environment are wide-reaching. It can lead to soil deterioration, stunning the growth of new trees, and it can increase flooding and landslides because trees are no longer there to absorb water or enter the ground in place with their roots. Deforestation is also a major contributor to global climate change, as trees play a vital role in removing carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. When trees are removed, they can no longer absorb and filter out carbon dioxide. This leads to an increase in greenhouse gases, which traps heat and causes our climate to rise at a faster than normal rate. What's more, cutting down trees releases even more carbon dioxide, creating more greenhouse gases. Deforestation is also detrimental to our forest and native species. When trees are removed, animals lose their homes and their food sources, leading to a decline in population, potentially wiping out entire species. And there are many more problems that we cause to the environment, but these are the principles.
Thank you for this interesting information, Laura. Now we are going to hear Esteban and his information about this topic.
Also, there are many opportunities to help the wildlife, and these are some options. Number 1. Plant native species. Creating planet and wildlife friendly environments can start right in your own backyard and in your community. Plant native species of trees, bushes, and plants, especially those that have flower, can provide food sources for wild animals. 2. Make your yard a wildlife haven. In addition to planting native food sources for wildlife in your area, you can also help them creating habitats like bird feeders, baths, and houses. 3. Avoid harmful chemicals. In our efforts to spur lawn growth and control pests, we may turn to chemical solutions, which can be very harmful to wildlife like bees and butterflies that are helpful to the environment. 4. Pick up trash. Pick up trash not only protects the environment and keeps our surroundings beautiful, it can also save wildlife and wild animals. 5. Donating. Your gift to a trusted animal rights organization will be appreciated and well utilized. By supporting their concerted efforts, you play a valuable role in the protection of wildlife and in helping our planet thrive. 3. Avoid harmful chemicals. In our efforts to spur lawn growth and control pests, we may turn to chemical solutions, which can be very harmful to wildlife like bees and butterflies that are helpful to the environment. 4. Pick up trash. Pick up trash not only protects the environment and keeps our surroundings beautiful, it can also save wildlife and wild animals. 5. Donating. Your gift to a trusted animal rights organization will be appreciated and well utilized. By supporting their concerted efforts, you play a valuable role in the protection of wildlife and in helping our planet thrive.
Now that we have already heard the experts, we are going to continue with our interview.
Hello, and thank you for inviting me here today. Well, and to answer your question, I know some of the information about the biggest threats to wildlife. Some of these are illegal wildlife trade, habitat destruction, invasive species, pollution, and climate change. The illegal wildlife trade is the fourth largest criminal industry in the world after drugs, arms, and human trafficking. It gathers over $20 billion a year, and it's also one of the biggest threats to some of the most iconic species on the planet, like the rhino and the elephant. The fires that swept across the Amazon and Australia really drew attention to just how fragile the most important ecosystems are. Half of the world's original forests are gone, and what remains is being cut 10 times faster than it can be replaced. Whether accidentally or intentionally introduced, the non-native species grow and reproduce rapidly, then spreads across the ecosystems aggressively. They are one of the leading threats to native wildlife, putting 42% of the threatened or endangered species at risk. There are 500 times more pieces of microplastic in the sea than there are stars in our galaxy. 800 million tons of plastic are being dumped in the ocean each year, washing up on previously pristine parts of the planet and is a threat to the survival of more than 600 species of marine life. And lastly, from more regular and fiercer storms to more prolonged and more intense droughts, the impact of climate change is rising ocean temperatures and diminishing Arctic sea ice, affecting marine biodiversity, shifting vegetarian zones, and forcing species to adapt to new conditions. And to be also important, not all species can adapt to these new conditions because some of them are they they need to like live in a certain way, and then it's too late for them to like get adapted because the time go like the place goes a bit too cold or too hot, so it's not enough time. That's one of the biggest problems right there. So I think that's all the information I got from now, but yeah, thank you, no problem.